my 32-week update. Let's start with movements. Her movements now are frequent. They're a lot, but they're large movements. It's more like an arm rolling or a big foot. I can feel her like on both sides of my body and all the way almost to my back. So it's really wide. I guess that's why my stomach isn't sticking out that far, because she has such a wide area. But a lot of times I can feel her arms like on either side, like maybe like an arm and a foot or something. But she's taking up a lot of space in there. I'm a little concerned that she's bigger or weighs a lot more than it looks like she does. So, but I'm going to find that out soon. Be patient. 2 more weeks till I find that out. Let's see, sleeping wise, at night now when I roll over, I toss and turn between my left side and my right side all night long, but it's like basically rolling over with a basketball in your stomach every time you roll over. And I can feel her in there. I can feel her body moving. I mean, because now, because of how much she weighs, if you think about it, she's probably almost 4 pounds, and I can feel the 4 pounds rolling with me as I roll over. So that's kind of a strange feeling. I can sleep on my stomach more now. If I kind of prop myself up with a pillow, I find that I can sleep on my stomach, which is nice. I have a hard time staying off my back. You're not supposed to sleep on your back or lay on your back too long, but sometimes that's the most comfortable position. I just try to prop myself up and do the best I can with that. The other thing I've been doing is sleeping with a pillow between my legs. That helps a lot and is really comfortable. I'm not sure why, but that's been something that between sleeping with a pillow between my legs, sometimes I have pillows at the end of my legs elevating them. Sometimes I'm propped up if the acid reflux is really bad. So sleeping has become rather acrobatic at this point at this stage. Can't even talk or think anymore. Last night I just took a Tylenol PM. I was like, I really need a good night's sleep. I need to get things done during the day. I can't be tired all the time. And I mean, they're perfectly safe to take. You're allowed to take them. And it didn't seem to affect her. I know early on in the pregnancy when I took them, it seemed to affect her, but she'd be kind of like more sleepy the next day. But she was pretty busy today. Maybe not as busy as yesterday, but still pretty busy. Let's see. Physically, early on for maybe like a month, I really felt like in my pelvis, like something like a vice was just stretching my legs apart, and it was really the weirdest, most uncomfortable feeling. I don't really have that feeling anymore, so I'm not really sure. I mean, my hips have really, pretty much my hips have gotten the whitest, and my thighs have gotten the biggest. Those two areas have really been hit a lot by the weight gain. My stomach has been measuring between, right now it's measuring, I think, 40 and a half, and it was measuring like 38, 37, 38, 39, 40 for a long time. So my stomach really in the last month and a half has not gotten that much further out. My hips got larger really early on. They've stopped getting bigger, thank goodness. And my thighs are now touching, which is kind of depressing. I was going back through my videos, and I was even looking at my videos because I was moving them to a new channel on YouTube, and I guess even like the one like from 25 weeks, my thighs were not touching, and now they're touching. So that's kind of depressing. But there's nothing I can do about that. Let's see what else has been going on. I have really bad acid reflux. I mean, I just really cannot eat anything anymore. It's just to the point where I don't even want to eat because I know that it's going to be so uncomfortable. I mean, even last night, I tried to eat something if I'm really hungry. Like last night I had some sorbet. I thought that wouldn't be so bad, and it wasn't that bad, but I still had a little bit of reflux from that. So my stomach right now at this point, I think, is the size of a lap band patient, because it's pushed up so high. I mean, literally, I think my stomach, I don't know if you can see, is like up to here now. Because like when it gurgles or makes noises, it's coming from up here, whereas before it would have been much lower. So, not only can I, like, portion-wise, I not have a lot, but whatever it is I eat, I have to be careful to make sure that I'm not going to have a reaction to it. Even like sometimes water bothers me, broth, which I used to be able to have a lot of, bothers me. I did discover, I've been so careful this whole time, pregnancy, about what I eat, because I don't want any problems downtown in the front or the back. And this is like, they said, I had thought it was all clear by 6 months, so I was like so happy I didn't have any problems. But then I was watching other people's videos and reading books, and most people's problems started at 7 months. Well, I'm now 8 months, thank goodness I have not had one problem. And I think it's because I've been so careful about what I eat, making sure I get enough fiber. Sunflower seeds are my new thing. They work great, and they're much better than prune juice, but I've never been so careful about what I ate, and I think it's really paid off. I haven't had, I mean, I've had some discomfort. A lot of that has to do with the waking and limitations that I wasn't prepared for, but physically, I haven't had a lot of problems. So that's a good thing. But the acid reflux is a drag. Every night you go to sleep, and then it's just coming up. It's horrible. So I don't know if that's going to last till the end. I only have 7.5 more weeks, so hopefully it won't. I started drinking the raspberry leaf tea like you're supposed to tone the uterus, and it gives me indigestion. So I've been trying to drink that at least every other day. It doesn't taste that bad or anything. I don't really mind. Taste doesn't really bother me as far as different teas go. It just tastes okay. But I definitely feel like I get indigestion from that, which on top of the raspberry reflux is all the same thing. So I'm kind of just trying to drink that every other day. I haven't started the evening primrose oil yet. You don't need to start that. There's like different things. Some people say 33, and then some say 35. Some say not until after your term, which is technically your term. I forget. I told you this last time. 37, 38. I'm not sure, but I'll figure that out. Exercise-wise, I've been walking, which is great. I can't run. Ever since I had the knee injury early on, by the time my knee was healed, it was too late to really ramp up and start running again. So I've just been power walking or doing yoga. I had a great yoga class today. It was a beginner class, which was actually at this stage of the game perfect. I didn't want to do anything strenuous, and she actually didn't move that much, pretty much slept through the whole class. I did notice that since I had the class this morning, she must have repositioned because I look so much more pregnant. I looked much more after the class. At the beginning of the class, the teacher, I don't think, was sure if I was pregnant. Finally, she said something to me. She's like, well, I didn't really want to ask because sometimes you just never know, and it's true. Because some people look pregnant and they're not. And I've actually asked somebody before, and it's very embarrassing. So, but it was a really great class, and she's a great teacher, and I hope to have an opportunity to take a class with her again. I'm going to try to go tomorrow. I'm getting ready to drive again to New York on Friday. I have to go up for some things, and I have a doctor's appointment on Monday. And I'm dreading it. This time I think I'm going to just try and stop, which I usually like to get in the car and go and get there. But this time, I'm going to force myself to stop at least twice and just walk around, so I'm not. It takes me like a week to recover from that trip. So I'm going to do that, and I've scheduled a massage for right when I get there, and hopefully that'll help so that she doesn't get in a position. I mean, I don't want her, and she really needs to be heading down at this point. I don't want her in positions that. I'm not sure when they really start to engage. I think it's maybe 35 weeks or 34 weeks. But I would rather encourage her to be head down than to go. She's usually either like the sideways I've talked about before, transverse, or even like oblique, kind of sideways. So I'm trying to prevent that. So I have that on Friday night when I get there, and then I see my doctor on Monday. I'm trying a new pain-free chocolate wax. So we'll see how that goes, because getting waxed when you're pregnant is very painful. So I had to go through it a couple times. So we'll see this time if that works better. I don't know. I'll let you know how it goes. Let's see. See, I always forget. I was so good in the beginning writing things down, and then if I don't write them down, I forget. But some changes that have happened, like I've got like a little peach fuzz on my belly, which is kind of strange, but very common. I have the line going up. It's not very dark. I thought it would be darker, because usually if you're darker skinned, it can be quite dark, and it's not that dark yet. It has gotten darker as I get closer. They say that the closer you get to delivery, the darker it gets, which appears to be true. My belly button has not popped out. I actually asked my mom if hers did, and she said barely. So may or may not. I don't have any stretch marks. A lot of veins showing all over the place, but no stretch marks. And again, that's genetic, and I asked my mom about that, and she said that she just got like very few on her. I think it was on her back or hips, and it's just like one or two. So hopefully I won't get any stretch marks. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get that much bigger, but we'll see. This is on video, so I'll be able to look back and see in 7.5 weeks how much my body changes. I mean, I have gotten, if I look back at my video 10 weeks ago, I've gotten a lot bigger, so we'll see. I'm not sure about that. And my mom, they also said that, like, how long your labor is and stuff, you can ask from your parents. And my mom had a short labor, but she was induced. But I've read that a lot of people who are induced still can take 12 hours, 24 hours. So I don't know if that's indicative of her, you know, the fact that she would have had a short labor if she wasn't induced. So I'm not really sure what to expect. I hope it's short labor. It's a very short labor. Swelling in my feet and hands still. I really feel like an Amazon. I just feel, you know, my arms have gotten really big, and my hands are swollen. My feet are just big looking. For a while there, I had something going on here. I'm not sure if it was the workout video that I was doing, but I was starting to look like a linebacker. It was not attractive. It's gone down a little bit, but for a while I was like really big here, and that's gone down, thank goodness, and I'm no longer doing that workout video. I'm basically a slug these days. I'm not motivated to do much of anything. I have to really push myself to get things done, and I mean, today I made myself go out the door and go to yoga. I knew it would make me feel better, but I've only gotten a few things done, and I really actually have a lot of things to do. I have to get the pediatrician. I mean, I just found out at the doctor last week, or 2 weeks ago when I was there, that you're supposed to have your pediatrician lined up. You're supposed to sign up with them before you go to the hospital. Nobody told me that. So I need to take care of that. I have a lot of phone calls with the tenant in the house, getting him all set up, and I don't really have that much time because when I get back from New York, I have 1 day, and then I'll be in Florida, and then I fly home at the end of the month, and I'll be back in New York starting April 1st, and that's the last month. That's my big countdown, because I'm due at the end of the month. And pretty much that's it. There's not much going on. I don't know if it's gonna stay the same way. It's just basically I'm not used to being so sluggish, so slow, having pregnancy brain, not being able to remember anything, and just feeling heavy, and the discomfort to do with that. But pretty much, I've mentioned before, I have good days and I have bad days. I never know when they're coming, so it's hard to plan or be reliable to like make plans with people. But that's it. Let me show you my belly. Jaden. What's the okay. See, it comes like way out here to the sides. I said in last week's video, I look so much bigger in person. I have been taking photographs the whole time of the belly, and I'll do a montage of that at the end, and you'll see if you were to compare the photograph to the video. I don't know why the belly looks smaller because you're supposed to look 15 pounds heavier, but it does. But anyway, that's it for my 32-week, 8-month update.